I was born with a rare condition that causes cysts to grow on my lungs and my kidneys. There's about 700 cysts on my lungs. My lungs are at 17%. It's like you're breathing but heaviness in your chest and you just can't get that breath. I'm hooked up to oxygen day and night, and without it I struggle to breathe. I'm hoping to get on the lung transplantation list, but I don't know if I will ever get new lungs. Today I'd like to raise some awareness about organ donation. We don't get enough attention brought to our disease. I'm hoping to change that. This is a steroid inhaler that I have to take every day, and this just relaxes your airways and clears them and makes breathing a bit easier. I have hundreds of cysts growing on my lungs and my kidneys. Due to my condition, my lungs have collapsed 3 times. I have a condition called lymphangioliomyomatosis, LAM for short. I take my bisoprolol for my heart an hour before I wake up. Then after breakfast, I take gabapentin, which is a nerve block. I also take a antibiotic to help with my recurrent chest infections. I have, I think, a total of 7 cysts on my kidneys. There's about 700 cysts on my lungs. It stops my lungs from working properly, and my airways are obstructed by the cysts. So this just takes my oxygen levels and my heart rate.
And how rare is the condition?
It's about 2 in a million, and it's super rare. In the north of Scotland, there's only 2 of us. So this is my big oxygen concentrator, and it takes in air from around the house, and it cleans it using big filters on the side. I turn this up and down, and that gives me how many litres of oxygen I need. So I'm on 6 litres of oxygen, so I'd put the bulb to 6. And for bedtimes, I would turn it all the way to 2, and that's what I sleep with. It took a long time to get used to being stuck in oxygen. It's a nuisance. You never fully get used to it. It does make a noise, so you do get looks, and it's uncomfortable and it's heavy. There's been times in the house where I wasn't getting enough oxygen and I have passed out. I was in my wardrobe one day having a clear out, and Michael found me fainted. I'd fainted in the wardrobe. I have gone into shops without my oxygen in the wheelchair thinking I'm fine, and my oxygen will drop, and Michael has to run out to the car and get the oxygen. I can't breathe. It's like you're breathing but heaviness in your chest and you just can't get that breath. So Michael's my fiance, and we have been together for nearly 13 years. A cup of tea, huh? Are we getting a cup of tea? Yeah. Michael has been the most supportive person in my life when it's come to my health. Day to day, the tasks I find difficult are anything too strenuous. If I bend down, I can get really quite dizzy. So putting on socks, for example, is a mission for me. So a lot of the time Michael will help me with that.
So every day I kind of fill up Hayley's pill container with all the pills she needs for the day, just so that if we go out or do anything that day, we have them with us.
He makes sure that I eat plenty, and if I need extra help getting dressed, or he's even had to help me wash my hair.
Love the face though.
That was Michael asleep in the room.
Quite comfy like this.
Well, you're born with the fault in the gene, so I was born with LAN. I didn't first notice any symptoms until my teens, 16, 17, when I found exercising to be a little bit more difficult. I was brought in for a CT scan, and that's when I was told that I had lamb. I'd never heard of it. CT scan, all done, went really well. My lungs are at 17%, and normal is in the range of 70 to 100%. When the topic of I would need a transplant was brought up, that was like, well, that's major. Lamb is a progressive disease. Nothing can stop it. The surgical options are talc pleurodesis. So you know talc powder? This is basically a medical form of that. They scrub it onto your lungs and basically causing immense scar tissue so that when you breathe it sticks your lung to your chest wall. I had my lungs talked 3 times. Twice under anaesthetic and once while awake, which was the most painful experience I've had in my entire life.
Hayley's been in surgery now for 2.5 hours-ish, and I'm missing her.
My condition is so rare that there's not much medical research done. I'm hoping to change that. So I started posting after my second surgery, which was April 2022. In the beginning it was just family that watched, and it was sort of like a diary, and it wasn't until I posted my diagnosis video that it got a lot of views. And then the scariest part she said was, we're going to have to get you on the transplant list.
Alright. 3, 2, 1.
I've had some women with lamb message and reach out how it's helped them, so that's kind of what keeps me making the videos. Today I'd like to raise some awareness about organ donation. Registering to be a donor takes 2 minutes and your body could save many lives. For anyone watching, if you could consider looking into organ donation, just go have a look at the NHS organ donation page and consider it, because you never know what's around the corner. This is basically like my big machine, but compressed. We're going today to Lockendorp, which is one of our favourite spots to take Toby. We're going to meet my mum and my sister there, go for a nice walk and enjoy some Scottish weather.
What are your hopes for the future?
One thing that was important for me is raising awareness to the fact that if you know your body is going wrong and no one's listening to you, find a way to make them listen. Hi. Because of the rarity of lamb, there isn't enough funding, there's not enough known about it, we don't get enough attention brought to our disease. I just hope that by sharing my story, other people learn to trust themselves, and I'd like them to know that nobody knows how strong they are until they're faced with challenges. And yeah, I hope I can give a little back. I hope I can just carry on enjoying my life and spending days out with Michael and with my family and having little adventures, and yeah, I just want to enjoy whatever time I might have.